getting a lot more recognition than they had ever had before, winning the Best Unsigned Band contest and being able to record a couple songs with Steven Van Zandt of the fame from the E Street Band fame. So we're definitely going to hear some of that. And I spoke to Mo Goldner back on Sunday, and this is how the interview went. So Mo Goldner from Spanking Charlene, welcome to the show, and at long last, we have it in our hands. We have Where Are the Freaks?
Yeah, it's good. We got the record out, and we're excited about it. Been getting some, good reviews. People have been responding to it, and we've been playing these songs out for like the last 3 or 4 years. So just kind of happy to kind of get the music out finally.
Right. But at the same time, it gives you plenty of time to get it down because you listen to it, it sounds like, man, you've got it down, like you know it.
Yeah, I mean that's the great thing about show testing the songs, and you play them, and then you record your gig, or you record your rehearsal, and okay, that works, that doesn't work, and you kind of let it marinate like a wine or something,
or a stew,
and eventually just everything kind of falls into place.
So, this came out in January now, right?
Yeah, getting some good reviews, online. Actually, there was a couple weeks ago, we got this, actually on a heavy metal website out of England. I forgot the name of the site, but, they gave us 8 out of 10, stars or heavy metal Marshall stacks or whatever their rating system is. And, I was pretty surprised that, a heavy metal website would, kind of pick up on it. I'm like, oh, this is a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that I would call this metal, but there's a lot of solid riffing going on here. I mean, that was the first thing that hit me. It's like, wow, listen to this heavy riffing, especially, on through the first half of it or so. I'll be in the middle of something like, wow, listen to this groove, listen to this riff.
Yeah, I think that's, goes back, I guess, to me, all the bands that I grew up listening to, like the Stones and the Stooges and early AC/DC. I think, when you're 13, 14, you want to learn all these cool riffs, the Led Zeppelin riffs and everything. And I guess maybe it just kind of carried over into the songwriting.
Well, on that note, let's play a little bit of this music before we get much further. And on that note, let's hear something from Rev It Up to get things started. Or let's hear Rev It Up to get things started. Oh, day after St. Patrick's Day.
I'm telling you, man.
Feel his heat on
Spanking Charlene with Rev It Up off of their album Where Are the Freaks New for 2012. And I spoke to Mo Goldner from Spanking Charlene on Sunday, which is just the day after St. Patrick's Day, and they had a really big show at the Lakeside Lounge just the night before.
Actually, we covered Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor last night.
For St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
How did that go?
A little left field, but, kind of actually, we don't do ballads usually, and just to kind of throw it in there, it actually really worked.
I've noticed this last few times I've seen it, it seems like you pick like a fresh left field cover for like every gig almost.
Yeah, we've been doing, I don't know if you saw us do Ace of Spades.
No.
Yeah, we've been doing that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Who does the vocals on that?
Yeah,
Charlene does it. Oh, man.
It's a lot of fun, and we got the two guitar things, so, me and Roscoe do all those, the licks and everything, and, yeah, it's really, actually, I think there's a YouTube video of us doing it in Coney Island at the Freaks Night Out, the Halloween show.
Uh-huh.
That we did. We kind of hooked up with the Coney Island people, and Adam, the real man, he's like the sword swallower guy.
Right.
He does this whole, they have the burlesque show, and he does this sword swallowing thing, and he's up there with Charlene, and they're duetting on Ace of Spades.
That's amazing. I'm going to have to go look that up. And sometime I think last year, earlier in the year or the end of the previous year was, you did Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself.
Yeah, that was out of we didn't even plan to do that. I think we did it in rehearsal once, and we just okay, let's go for it, and it just worked.
But it's fun. I mean, that's the whole point of these lakeside gigs where you've got this residency there. Is you're there, it's your space, and you guys just have fun, and you bring the people in, you bring everybody that's there along with you for the ride. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, you got to actually. Last night we've been incorporating saxophone. There's this guy Matt. He has another friend of him who plays trombone, and we a couple of the birthday bashers they sat in, but this guy Matt's been joining us for a couple of gigs, and he sounds great. What songs is he in on? He plays Where Are the Freaks instead of the harmonica of Nate Schweber's Not Available, because Nate was across town doing the Stones karaoke thing at BB King's. So he did that, and he did You Suck, he played on. And then there's a new song that we wrote called Liar, Liar, not to be confused with the Castaways hit from 1965. Right. And we wrote it on this scream saxophone. It's got this real kind of great groove, and it's really nasty, and he does this really cool sax stuff, and we get into a guitar sax, battle, guitar solo and sax solo at the same time, and it's pretty cool. Kind of like Ritchie Blackmore and John Lord with guitar and organ, except it's guitar and sax dueling. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. So you named one that I wanted to play next. The name of I've got Mo Goldner here from Spanking Charlene, and the name of the new album is Where Are the Freaks? And all of your songs usually have a story. That's what I like. You got real stories typically behind these songs, or real motivations for why you're writing it. So what's the story behind that one there, Where Are the Freaks? Well, one day I was heading down to the 11th Street Bar, which is a really cool bar. It's on 11th Street between A and B, and I was going to see actually Nate Schweber, the guy who plays harmonica on Where Are the Freaks. He was doing an acoustic set down there. And I was cutting through Stuyvesant Town, which is kind of a very, it's a very high-end housing project, very high-end. It's almost like a college campus. They have libraries, and they have a big fountain, and they have all these, during the warmer months, they have all these great bands and activities for the kids. And I was walking through there at night, and I said, wow, this is so different from when I first started to come to the city, back in 1983, 84, and I said, this is so clean. I said, I used to come to the city, and you get to see all these really interesting looking people, the punk rock people, and your artsy people, and your homeless people, and I'm like, where are these people? I don't see them anymore. The whole, growing up in Brooklyn, out in Canarsie, which is the other end of, the borough, you had to take a a bus to the train. You know, coming to the city was like kind of like a sojourn that you're taking this like journey into this place where, you know, you were kind of really interested in it and you were a little scared of it and you didn't know what was going to happen. And people talked about Manhattan being like this jungle and a freak show, and you know, why don't you stay home, stay in the neighborhood, you know? And I'm like, you know, the hell with that. You know, I want to check out the city. And I kind of feel a little bit like I think the city's it's kind of lost a bit of its edge. And you know, through maybe, you know, the Giuliani years and now Bloomberg, and it just doesn't. It's very expensive to live here, and I think, you know, I think artistically, you know, art flourishes in, I think, in lower kind of socioeconomic, what would you say, like areas, you know, where you have like people that come in and they're artists and they could find a cheaper place to live, and they can, you know, maybe have a day job or something and work on their art and, you know, kind of soak up the experiences from living in the city. And I think now we don't have that here anymore. So I just kind of started to sing this chorus in my head, where are the freaks, where are the freaks? And I went and called my answering machine so I could record it on there. You know, I called my own number and just recorded the chorus, and then we wrote the song around it. And it was initially, the song was a little bit more, you know, kind of like political, you'd say, but I kind of wanted to make it a little more general and not as specific, kind of like where are the freaks, you know. It's like, could be, you know, you're at a dull party or you're living a bit of a dull existence and you just want to shake things up a little bit. And that's what that song's kind of about, you know, multi-level type of thing.
All right, well, let's hear that one now. Let's hear the title track from Where Are the Freaks? Spanking Charlene.
The cops are coming and we go.
Spanking Charlene. I got Mo Goldner on the line right now, and we were talking about the inspiration for that song, and you're talking about that feels a little bit like New York City has kind of lost its edge. I guess along with that edge, like you're saying, comes the creative side of things, the artistic side. Because like when things were edgier, like so much came out musically and artistically, like the 70s, the 80s, and even some of the 90s New York bands that come out.
Yeah, and it just seems like I think that, I think it's all kind of moved out to Williamsburg and now Bushwick even.
Right.
I think Williamsburg is like too expensive to live in, and now, Bushwick's getting kind of popular. There's actually a place that we played out there a couple of years ago called Goodbye Blue Monday, and it's the guy who used to own the scrap bar in the city, and he brought all this collection of kind of crazy art and books and music, and it's a really cool space. When we did the book party for I Slept with Joey Ramone, the book written by Joey's brother Mickey Lee, and Legs McNeil came out, and they did like a reading, and then we played, and a really cool space if you get a chance to check it out.
Named after a subtitle for a Kurt Vonnegut book.
I think so, yeah.
So it says right here on the album, and proudly, I guess, this record is dedicated to New York City, the place where anything can happen at any time. These songs were born here. So it's very much got that New York City vibe.
Yeah, and it's funny, last night, one of the fans of the band I was talking to after the show, and he said he thinks that there's a storyline in the record, and he's going to hand it off to a playwright friend of his to kind of take a look at it. And I said, well, yeah, it's definitely like a New York City thing. I mean, it comes from, hanging out and meeting people and being a fly on the wall, listening to what's going on. And, this guy was like, wow, I think there's a story, I'm like, is this a rock opera? I don't think so, but it's kind of cool that somebody picked up on it, because I think definitely there's, it has that type of vibe to it.
Yeah, Spanking Charlene on Off-Broadway. Why not?
There you go. He goes, I think there's a very desperate love story in there. I'm like, okay. I'll take it.
All right, show me the goods. Let's see what you get out of that.
Exactly.
There's a band that you introduced me to that I'd heard of, but you really introduced me to their music, and it's the New York Dolls, another one of those New York bands. And I know you're not totally on board with the revamped version of the band, but there's a song that they put out that totally kind of colors in some of this conversation about New York City, New York identity, and I just want to dip into that one right now.
Great.
It's called I'm So Fabulous.
I'm so fabulous, you're Las Vegas. You New Yorkers who look nebulous. I'm more fab than all the hipsters on Broadway. I'm so fabulous, you are Revis. Way you dress is so insidious. How can they even get you onto your soul? Your uniform looks so hideous. I'm so fabulous, it's ridiculous. You're so Cincinnati, good citizenship day. I'm so fabulous, you're the exodus. Wear the shoe dresses up a messed up mess. I wanna see you rocking like a super fly. I want sophistication for all the population now. I want the hip sensation for our civilization now. Nebulous New Yorkers is blasphemous. It makes a giant ass of all of us. What would the teardrop heart and Murray the Cave say? I'm so fabulous, it's outrageous. Don't come around here making new rules for us. I don't need them, I'm already fabulous. I'm so fabulous, I don't wanna hear about it. so fabulous, I don't want to look at you.
That's the current lineup of the New York Dolls with I'm So Fabulous from 2011, right here on Telepathic Radio. And I got Mo Goldner on the line from Spanking Charlene, and we're taking a break from taking a special listen to their album, Where Are the Freaks? Play a little bit of New York Dolls there.
We actually rehearse at the same studio as they do. We've seen David Joe a few times. The skinniest man alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you said hi or anything?
Yeah, we said hi, hey, how you doing? We say Sylvain is a little more friendlier, actually very friendly, so it's kind of interesting. I think Earl Slick is playing guitar with them now, who who used to play with Bowie, did the David Live record, I think, and Station to Station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it that he's just a little grumpy, or just, he seems out there anymore. Anything I've seen from David Johansen, it's like he seems really nutty.
He's just kind of, I guess, quiet. He smokes his cigarettes and reads his books. And, never really, he's kind of like more of a quiet type of guy. Sylvain is like the more friendly, gregarious type.
You always get that with the band. There's always somebody who's a little more PC than someone. Then you've always got like the Animal character, like Animal from the Muppets. Just
Exactly.
Animal wouldn't do good with interviews. He'd like bite the interviewer or something.
Exactly. But David Joe's great on stage. I mean, he really knows how to, real great entertainer, singer, and just he's great. He tells a lot of great stories.
Right. So it's Where Are the Freaks? And just out this year from Spanking Charlene. Is there something you'd like to play from it?
Yeah, let's do Secrets.
All right, the opening track.
Yeah.
Secrets off of Where Are the Freaks, Spanking Charlene. And that sounds like a good opening track. I think the art of sequencing an album is lost on people now. Did you guys put a lot of thought into that, or?
Oh yeah, I'm the sequencing nerd in the band. I'm definitely, when it comes to like set lists and sequencing a record, I think it's really important. The way it's put together, how much time is spent between, songs. It's definitely, I'm old school. I love vinyl. I love a record, and I think, the way you roll out the songs is really important.
Is like The Other Girl a side 2 opener on this? Like, are you imagining a side 2, even though it's one?
Yes, yes. I'm not kidding. Yeah, totally. We're actually thinking about maybe doing a vinyl run of the record, maybe pulling some songs off, or maybe adding some new things, or maybe actually we're thinking also doing some just singles in the future, maybe just
like 45.
Yeah, think about doing that, like not doing the CD thing, just doing vinyl and digital release.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've been writing some new songs, and, I'm thinking, just record a couple songs in a session, finish them up and get them out.
Great. What's the last vinyl you put money down for and took away, like in your own hands, that you purchased? Like, I want this on vinyl.
Oh, man. Wow. Do you count, like, garage sale?
Sure.
I think about 3 or 4 years ago, I got a used copy of Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere by Neil Young. Crazy Horse.
Great album.
Yeah, great album, great cover, and yeah, love it.
Cool. No, because I was just asking you that because I'm trying to ask myself that. I think I bought, in terms of new vinyl, I think I bought a single from a band called The 88, which kind of like a pop rock band, and they were touring with Ray Davies, kind of backing him up.
Okay.
And so, bought it from them at a show. I think that's the last vinyl I got, and that was probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, the vinyl thing has made a comeback. I mean, if you watch like Letterman or Jimmy Fallon, when they introduce a band, they hold up a record.
Yeah, well, because they want people to be able to see it. Like, here's this, what are you going to hold up a digital file that doesn't exist? There's nothing to look at,
Yeah, so and some, I think it's Generation Records, which is down, it's near Bleecker Bob's, because they usually, I'll do postering for the gigs, and they're one of the record stores, you could put up posters, and they have all this, new vinyl, new, stuff, like Motorhead or New York Dolls records that have been printed recently.
That's,
that aren't, I think it's making a comeback.
You're getting some play on the satellite radio there, where there's also a Steven Van Zandt connection with that as well, right? What's that? Is there Goldies and things like that?
Yeah, we've been getting, it's been great. The singles, came out, before the record. The 2 Steven-produced singles came out in May, and then September. May was Dismissed with a Kiss, and September was Canarsie, and that's been great. I mean, that's been really. We notice people come to the shows, and people we haven't seen before, and then they're singing along, and I'm like, whoa, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, we heard your show advertised on the Underground Garage, and we came down to check you guys out. So that's been great. The Steven connection and experience in the studio with him. And, we learned a lot. It was a lot of fun. And, it's been fantastic.
So let's play one of those now. What would you like to play? I know we've played, I think we've played both of them before.
Let's go for Canarsie.
All right.
Never move out.
Spanking Charlene with Canarsie, the closing track on their album Where Are the Freaks, and one of two that were produced with little Steven Van Zandt. And Mo, we were just talking about sequencing. There's sequencing again. How's that one come in as the last track?
Well, also, we noticed there was a little bit of difference of production with the Steven Van Zandt, and Bob Clearmountain mixed stuff with the Eric Ambel stuff. Like, it was a little bit of a different style of recording. Like, when we record with Eric Ambel, Roscoe, as a lot of people know him, it's pretty much live.
Right.
I mean, a lot of that stuff, like, Stupid Me, Rev It Up, Where Are the Freaks, that's everybody playing and singing together. That with some, like, minor overdubs, add the harmonica, or maybe add a guitar solo, but
the basic track is live.
And we're doing it, and everything's first or second take. And then we would go back and say, okay, do we need to do the vocals over? And we listen to it, or Charlene would do another vocal pass, and we're like, keep the original one. And then working with Steven Van Zandt, it was, Charlene would do like a guide vocal. We get the band take, the bass drums and guitar, and then she'd go back and overdub, her lead vocal. So it's a little different. It's a little, the styles, so we decided to, put the singles at the end of the record, almost like bonus tracks.
Right.
Like I noticed when they did the Elvis Costello reissues, they had a lot of stuff at the end of the record, like demos or singles, or
a lot of those Rhino and Ryko disc reissues would do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, which were great. I thought it was fantastic. So I said, okay, these were like singles, and they were recorded at a different studio, and it's a little different. There's some keyboards on there. Let's tack it on the end, rather than try to like mix it in with the other things. The other thing was just like we would do 6 songs in a day. And we'd be like, okay, let's go next one. And it was just really live type of a thing, and just headphones, Charlene in the booth, and and then the Steven Van Zandt sessions was a little bit more like kind of not tracking. We didn't go back and redo the rhythm guitar, but it was adding the vocals afterwards.
Right. So they do have a different feel, so it's better not to mix them right in the middle. But that said, there's something about closing the album with Canarsie. It just, I don't know, it makes sense. Like you're bringing it back home.
Yeah, that's it's been pretty cool. I really like that song, and it's a lot of fun. And I like the fact that when it was mixed, Clearmountain, he kept as like a guitar thing I do at the end, like I run my hand down the fretboard, and he kept that in there, which I'm really happy about.
All right, from Spankin' Charlene, I've got Mo on the phone as our guest this evening, and is there other stuff you want folks to know?
Other stuff, well, you can, get the record on iTunes. If you want to get a hard copy, you go to greatbigisland.com and you can order one. And also we got T-shirts up there, which are cool. We started our merch thing, which is a lot of fun. And if you want to get, if you're not into MP3s and you like to download WAV files, which are much, better sounding, you can go to bandcamp.com and you look up Spanking Charlene, and for 99 cents you can get a WAV file.
Wow.
And actually, the great thing about Bandcamp, a lot of people are kind of doing it now, the band gets all the money. It's not a split with iTunes.
Okay, that answers 2 of my concerns with paying for digital downloads, because the first is, how much is the band getting? And then the second is, why should I pay, a solid $1 or so for something that's not the best sound quality, So that answers 2 of those concerns right there.
Yeah, Bandcamp is really cool. Again, that was one of those things that Eric Ambel turned us on to. And you can get any type of file you want. I guess it's WAV, and it's FLAC file, FLAC file or something.
Yeah, which are the real lossless ones, the real big ones, yeah.
Yeah, so it's fantastic. And again, the band, gets the money, and so we could, throw it back in and, record, more music and get it out there. And, that helps, these days, in terms of, just keeping a band going.
In terms of playing live, you guys just did St. Patrick's at the Lakeside, and you'll be back next month on the 21st, is that right?
Well, 21st. Actually, we're starting to play Jersey a bit. We did that record collector place in Bordentown, which is really, if you get a chance to check it out, it's a record store, but they have live music. Actually, David Johansen played there, I think, a few weeks ago, and it's like an all ages type of place.
Cool.
So, you know, we had kids come to the show and everything, and we played the Brighton Bar a couple of weeks ago, playing with the Waldos. Anybody who's a fan of, you know, Johnny Thunders, New York Dolls, you know, Walt DeLore was in the Heartbreakers with Johnny Thunders. So that was a really cool, you know, to play a show with that guy. It was a lot of fun, and I think we're going to head back to the Brighton Bar sometime over the summer.
Cool. Well, and we'll definitely have you back on live, not just over the phone, but get you back in the studio, because it's always great when you come and hang out with us here on Telepathic Radio.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for talking, and say hi to Charlene, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Dole.
That's a song where the title is right there in the chorus. What else could it be but Stupid, Stupid Me? One of my favorites from Spankin' Charlene. And my featured guest in second hour Telepathic Radio Night was Mo Goldner, and thank you so much for talking with us, Mo. And we ended the interview there talking about the next time Mo's going to come in live, and we've confirmed since then that Mo is going to be co-hosting Telepathic Radio on April 11th. We're going to do it up again. Always have Mo come out once or twice a year and share his musical collection, let him DJ some sets for you. And that's always a lot of fun to hang out. Sometimes Jeff Loeffler comes over, and that's going to happen on April 11th, and I'll definitely remind you about that again. My name's Jason Dole. This is Telepathic Radio, and I want to say thanks again to Mo, and thanks again to James Hunter, who was our featured interview in the first hour. If you missed either of these, you can catch them on the archive later on over at WJFFradio.org. And you can also catch a repeat of some of the James Hunter interview tomorrow night on John Gordon's Pledge Drive edition of Ramble Tamble. Pledge Drive does start tomorrow.